Every time a country has stood up for its own people, the United States has asked one question: who owns the resources? And if the answer wasn't the US, the coup was coming. Over 80 foreign governments have been overthrown or destabilized by the United States. And no, most of them weren't dictatorships. Many of them were democratically elected governments, until they threatened US corporate profits. The playbook is almost always the same. A country elects a leader who wants to use their land, oil, or industry for the people, which threatens the profits of the United States. So the CIA steps in, funding opposition groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda, planting stories in the media, bribing generals, arming rebels, or even collapsing their economy. And the coup replaces the leader with a pro-US dictator military regime. It's almost always a massacre, resulting in the deaths of millions of civilians. It's never about democracy and always about power and control. In Iran in 1953, when Mossadegh tried to nationalize his country's oil, which at the time was controlled by the British and the Americans, so the CIA launched Operation Ajax, orchestrated protests, paid off politicians, and installed the Shah. The result was 25 years of a dictatorship and torture under United States protection. Guatemala in 1954, when President Arbenz gave land back to farmers, land that belonged to the United Fruit Company, a United States corporation. So the CIA branded him a communist, ran a coup, and plunged Guatemala into a civil war that resulted in the death of over 200,000 people. Chile in 1973, Allende was overthrown in a US-backed military coup and Pinochet took power, where he tortured and killed thousands of people. Why? Because Allende wanted to nationalize copper. The Congo in 1961, Lumumba wanted Africans to control African resources, so the CIA helped orchestrate his assassination, and a brutal dictator was installed and supported for decades. There are dozens of others: Haiti, Iraq, Libya, Nicaragua, El Salvador, the Dominican Republic, Brazil, Bolivia, and beyond. This isn't about fighting tyranny, it's about profits and control. When countries try to exit the system and nationalize resources to reduce inequality, they don't just threaten profits, they threaten the idea that another world is possible. If a country like Libya can flourish, then other countries might follow, so the CIA sabotages it before it can succeed. This is why so many nations don't trust the United States, because we've been the villains throughout most of our history. But don't take my word for it, you just need to read the books they tried to bury.